And what's going on, Gore Hounds? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I am your not-so-mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Started off, we didn't have him last week, but he's back in the saddle this week. That Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Crispy.
What's up, bitches?
Yeah, and that lovable yet tasty Meat Mountain, you also know him as that killing machine, Mr. Bobby motherfucking Amone.
What's up, fuckwads? Good evening.
Woo! We are missing our beloved Senior Scuba Steve. He is not feeling too well. He's got a little upset sometimes, so he's taking it easy. Hope you feel better, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Brody already there. What is up, my brother?
Oh, Brody is
from
ready for this.
Fucking right, dude. He is, and he's probably.
Hey, just how long is his video this week?
He did apologize for being it long. I feel like it's over 7 minutes.
I figured it'd be at least 7.
But he did say, hold on. Yes, he did apologize, but he says there's a special end to the video.
Oh, dear God.
There's no way it can top the special ending when he had that picture of you as a kid.
I don't know. I'm so curious.
If Brody's sucking toe at the end of this video, man, this might be it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he's making out with his dog. Who the fuck knows, bro?
God,
with this movie, it could go anywhere.
it could.
True.
And that being said, today we are talking 2023's Talk to Me. I believe this was a Mr. Kane pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me take a look.
I don't remember this.
It is.
Oh, got that one. All right. So thank you, Mr. Kane. I personally have never seen this one for this.
I popped my cherry on it too. So
this was
all right.
First time watch.
Oh no shit! All three. All right.
Really, I thought you'd seen it before.
Well, no, I watched it like 3 weeks ago, but it was first time. I didn't see it till then.
Oh,
That's right.
Fair. Okay. Scuba saw it though when it first came out, along with Brody. I know that. Okay, so obviously we're gonna talk that, but before we do that, we're gonna talk about what we did in the past weekend. And in order to do that, we gotta bring it in right. Scuba ain't here, so that means we gonna pull in Variant Scoob. So, Mr. Variant Scuba Steve, Mr. Various Scuba Cheese, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Yeah.
Oh, fucking piece of goddamn pizza.
Fucking right.
Pizza right here. Every time. It never changes.
Bro, you can go extreme all the time you want. I don't give a shit, dude.
I'm gonna have a whole pizza pie one time. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, but you know what, man? That Ginger Dead, that movie was poop, bro.
Yes, it was.
Dude, that was.
Now, if it gave us, what's his name, the entire time, yes. Oh my
Busey?
God, Busey, thank you.
Busey.
I could see the teeth. I just couldn't come up with the fucking.
I can see the one smaller eye. Like,
fucking right. Anybody listening right now, watching, thank you for joining us. If you could do
share it,
solid, share the shit out of this. Make sure it's public. Bing, bada, boom. And I thank you for that. Chad Daddy, we didn't get you last week because of some power outages.
Yeah, we got
that, homie.
Not bad. Like, we got completely nailed with a real bad storm like that day. Like, I was driving home from work, hotter than fuck. I'm like, look at the sky. I'm like, clouds kind of look like rain. And no sooner did I get done saying that, and I just see lightning flash. I'm like, ah, shit. So I get home, and thankfully, we just picked a simple dinner. We were just going to have Italian hoagies. So I'm sitting there making my sandwich, and the power keeps blinking off, blinking back on, blinking off, blinking on. And I'm like, I'm going to message the guys because there's a strong chance this power is going out. So make our sandwiches, keeps blinking on and off. Steph finally goes, you know what? I just wish the power would just either go on, stay on, or stay off. And then boom, it stays off for 3 damn hours.
I thought you were about to say days. I was going to say, holy shit.
No, we got it back. There were people a couple miles down the road didn't get it for a couple days after.
Damn.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah.
That sucks, though.
So, aside from that, just, dealt with the extreme heat that we had here. It was kind of miserable at work, but, we dealt with it. We made it through. So that was my work week. Friday, didn't really feel like doing anything because of how hot it was. And my son's been bugging us to go to a trampoline park. And we didn't go Friday because of the heat. So Friday just threw up the screen outside and finally had our little outdoor movie night. And we watched Moana.
Nice.
That's the first time I'd ever seen it. So
I like it.
It was good. I liked it.
It's a fun one.
Kids like it.
I like that they have Jermaine from the fucking Flight of the Conchords in there. He's the big crab dude. The one that sings Shiny.
Oh, okay. That's who that is.
Shiny.
I hated
it. Well, yeah, it's understandable. It's a Disney song that gets stuck in your head. But he's it's one of those like unsung, like funny things, dude. Like if you know, but if you don't, like a lot of people have heard him because he does a lot of like cartoon like voice acting now, right? But it's like, bro, if you listen to like Flight of the Conchords, which if you don't know what they are, they're like a little comedy act band. But dude, like it's just weird to see that progression. You know what I mean? It's like Jack Black for us, but as he's Bowser for the kids now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're like, if you only knew, but we don't mind sucking your toes. Anyways.
So yeah, that was Friday. Then Saturday we did go to the trampoline park.
Nice.
Had a good
Nobody
time.
hurt themselves?
No. Me and the wife decided not to jump, which I'm glad I did.
Smart.
I'm glad I didn't because the shorts I was wearing, I probably would have jumped straight out of. Like they keep like riding low. And I think somebody would have been seeing a lot more than they wanted to see. Then we went and did a little shopping and ended up going to Target, and I go to whip out my Target card to pay, and I'm like, where the fuck is my wallet?
Ooh.
So Steph's like, did you forget it? Did it fall out of your pants at the trampoline park? She's like, I don't think it did because you weren't sitting down. Like I said, there's a pretty good chance it's at home, so let's just not worry about it. So then I came home and it was still in my work pants from a couple days before.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I figured it probably was because I don't remember picking it up and putting it on the computer desk. So
it's always that oh shit moment, like fuck, where is it?
Yeah.
But you know what? To me, that works out better because I didn't have my wallet and Steph had hers, so I was just less tempted to spend any money.
That's a good way to look at it. What's up, Rich?
yeah,
How you
true.
doing, sir?
So, we just did grabbed a couple things from Sam's and grabbed a couple things. I found some Swamp Thing graphic novels at Ollie's. Had to have them. The big Swamp Thing. Yeah, they're like $5 a piece too.
It's not bad.
Oh, that's really good. And let's see what else we did. Oh, and Saturday night, I finally got to play the Godzilla download content for the game Dave the Diver.
The fuck is that?
Okay, it's this game where you're just this guy who starts diving and you start collecting all these different animals to open up a sushi restaurant. It's actually a really fun game.
All right.
And then you have all these different tasks and the
Godzilla kind of like Overcooked almost, like in that vein.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Cool,
But
cool.
it's more focused on like collecting and diving and everything than it is the sushi restaurant itself.
All right.
But it's really neat. And so I played through that. Then Sunday we took the kids up. We actually don't have any kids here till Wednesday. My mother-in-law took them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chad's walking around Porky Pig in it. It's all below the camera,
Would
baby.
be.
Let's see. That's pretty much about it. I really think that is it,
All right.
Bobby, how about you, buddy?
I dealt with that heat last week. It was grueling, to say the least. I work outside, so
I was thinking about you the whole week because I'm like, man, as miserable I am, Bobby's outside in this shit.
It was
Intense.
So, and the job we were doing, so we would get to the job at like 8:30, and at that point it's like 80 degrees, so it's like okay. the second 11 o'clock hits, it's like it's like stepping into a steam shower that is at least 120 degrees, and it's gonna hurt.
Ugh.
And I think I never go by what the actual temperature is. I go by the feel like, because when it's 94
you got to go by
degrees,
the real feel.
you don't feel 94 degrees. You feel whatever it says it feels like.
Sometimes
So-
that feel like shit's a little off though, dude. Because I'm like,
Well,
no, it's
I
fucking
don't-
warmer than
Well,
that.
at 90 at 94, and it says it feels like 100. I'm like, something, I really couldn't tell you the fucking difference right now.
Hey,
Cannot
Gene's
tell you
here.
the
Hey, Gene.
difference.
What up,
Hey,
Gene?
Gene. And we work with bleach outside because that's what kills algae, mold, anything that's on your house. That's what kills it. The problem is the second that heat sets in, if it touches one God-given leaf for 2.2 seconds,
I bet
it's
it's
killed.
done.
It's killed. So we were battling that, and that was all week. It wasn't even a day. It was just all week. But we survived it. But that just tells me that we're not even in the heat of summer, and that shit's gonna get real, I think, in like July and August real fast. But anyway.
I was telling Steph, I hope that's the worst heat wave we have this year, but I know it is.
I'll tell you right now, I don't think it's gonna be.
I feel like it's a taste of things to come.
I think you're right.
I think that 100. We're in June. We just got summer that week.
Mhm.
We are not. We're in for something. But anyway, what did I do Friday night? Friday I went to Rebecca's. God, I can't remember what the hell we did. I don't.
That means you had a good weekend. It's just a blur.
Yeah, I think we were just chilling out. But then Saturday we went to the beach, and that was. We went with a couple friends of ours, friend Taylor and Sam, and that was wonderful. Like, it was 88 degrees, and that felt wonderful. We had a breeze coming off the water.
Oh, yeah, they get that nice ocean breeze. That makes a big difference.
But there was a couple times, like around 9:30, 10 o'clock, that breeze felt like a whiff of air-conditioned air. It was like, oh, it feels so good.
Hopefully you didn't get sand in your buns. That's all that matters.
No, none of that at all. We couldn't really go in the water. It was a yellow flag. It was a little rough, so they really weren't letting you in. So it's like, well, if I can't go in, I'm not going to wet my feet and come back and sit down.
No, what's that mean? Is that for like the riptides or something?
Yeah, it was rough. So I was like, oh, no water this time. Next time. And we went to the bar and had some drinks, had food. We drank enough that we went back to our chairs and took a nap for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And that was it. We went and played some arcade games, had dinner, came home, relaxed. Sunday was running around. We had breakfast with her sister and went to Walfart. That's exactly what we say, Walfart. Walfart, and I got a new charger for my phone, just chilled out. And then we lost power at her house at 8 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, no shit.
Now, mind you, the temperature was still high. So 8 o'clock rolls around. She has a sleep number bed. Well, we go to bed. We can't go to bed. We left it in the upright position.
I never even thought of something like that.
We didn't think about it either. We're like going upstairs like, oh, okay. We think the bed will just go down. Like, I mean, come on. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. So I said to her, I said, honey, I think we're going to have to rough it on the couch. But the couch was comfortable. So it's not like you're going to something that's not comfortable. So I slept till about 12. I get up, I go to the bathroom. The second I get in the couch to go back to sleep, power comes back on. So we said, fuck this. We went upstairs, we put the bed down, put the fan on, let the AC roll. I was out like a baby.
That would have been honestly the worst part for me, dude, is not where to sleep, but it's the fact that like there's no power to run a fan or anything like that, man.
Yeah,
I need that white noise, dude, like 100%.
Well, it's not even the white noise. I mean, I'm sure.
The white noise and the air. Yes.
I was when I woke up, I was sweating. I'm like, but I was comfortable on the couch where I'm like, I'm sweating, but I can sleep because this is comfortable. So that's where I was kind of fighting myself, but it was still great. We got the air on. Everybody slept just fine. And that was about it. Today was a joy to work in at 85 degrees, and that's pretty much what I did. I also, real quick, I did get a nice little piece of merch in, show it to everybody. The Hatchet Steel book with all 4 movies came in, and I love the artwork they did. Yeah. This is on the inside, all Blu-ray. I'm so happy this finally exists, and I recommend everybody pick it up if you're a Hatchet fan like me.
Hell yeah.
Word. Nice.
And that's about it. And then I watched this. Well, I watched this movie, and we watched another movie, and that's about it. John.
Let's see. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So Saturday we went to a little amusement park about an hour away called Series. It's a nice little family amusement park. It's not too big, but it's got its own little water park. It's got like 2 coasters, 3 really, because one's kind of a mini coaster, but it's like a mini speed coaster. It's really cool. But yeah, man, had a nice full day, and let me just say, I am 39 years old, definitely getting closer to 40 by the day. So I know my limitations. So I definitely took some fucking airplane motion sickness medicine before going.
Yeah.
Which
idea.
A couple people that went with me, including my brother-in-law, like they were like laughing at me, but they were just like they thought it was funny. And then even before we got to the first ride, they were asking my wife, they're like, "Yo, man, you guys got any more of that shit?" And as they were thinking it over, because I was just like, "Yo, dude, I'm taking it as preventative maintenance because that I know my noggin just can't handle the spins and stuff anymore, right?"
I feel you, man. Like a bunch of years ago, we took. I don't remember if Cameron was born yet. He might have been like really little. I took Chloe and just a fucking tilt-a-whirl, and that was
nice.
it for me. I'm like, nope. We get out. She's like, that was horrible. I'm like, yes, it was.
So one of the cool things is at this park is it has the oldest wooden roller coaster in the United States at this park called the Jackrabbit. And this thing was made in 1920. So it is 104 years old. Obviously, they like repaired things along the way and stuff, but the design is straight up OG. And even the technique of like how it works, for the most part, is OG as well. Like they've changed the motor component of like the drivetrain and everything, but they have this area where they have this covered carousel. When the carousel is partial like museum, they have the original fucking not turn wheel, but drive wheel from 1920 of this roller coaster, dude. And it was a 7-foot tall wheel made out of oak, pieced together, 1,000 fucking pounds. This bitch is, dude. So she'd kill it. Made out of oak, bro.
Jeez.
Jesus.
And so, like, and the cool part is, so like this fucker gets going too, man. Like, roller coaster speeds, obviously, but like, I would say probably gets up to close to like 30 miles an hour, maybe, give or take. So the design is obviously your wheels are on top of your track, and this is the original design of the wheels on the bottom of the track too, right?
Oh.
So when this bitch gets fucking moving, it's not just your ass coming off the seat. The thing's literally fucking coming off the track and catching the fucking bottom wheels.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. So like there's that extra little sketch factor of like you feel yourself lifted up because like especially dude, you're coming out of this one dip and you go into this one mini corkscrew, like the first one. So as soon as you do that and you come out of that dip into that mini corkscrew, bro, you feel yourself lift, and then you feel yourself like lift again, and then you fucking land, and you're still just you're like, what the fuck, bro? And then the ending is the coolest part. So like a lot of roller coasters have like tunnels and shit, obviously now. Yeah. So this bitch has a tunnel, but at the very end, dude, and you think it's just a normal like tunnel that you'd go up and there. No. Dude, they throw one more fucking drop at you in the complete darkness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like, it's not a huge one, but the fact that that they had to dig into the fucking ground just to be like, whoa. And when you launch out of that, dude, you instantly come out and they brake check you like fucking damn. Now, I've been to this park many a times and I've never got to go on this coaster because my luck, every time I go, it's broken or it breaks when I'm there. It's fucking it's dude, it's fucking 100 years old, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like everybody's favorite one there. Dude, it was so fucking awesome to finally ride that thing. And my daughter rode it too. I was very proud of her. Like she fucking loved it. And my buddy asked me after, he's like, yo, man, he's like, so did you enjoy it? I go, absolutely. He goes, what'd you think about it? I'm like, well, 100% 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. It felt like it was 104 years old, but I feel like that's part of the thrilling part of like the oh shit factor. You're like, I don't know if this thing is gonna fucking survive, but it does. And then they have another roller coaster there called the Whirlwind, which it's a little, think of like a little orb. It sits 4 people, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and the ball spins as you go around the coaster. So you're going forwards or backwards depending on, yeah. So it's not so bad. Oh yeah, it's not so bad. So like me and my buddy and his wife and his kid, we're the only ones that want to go on that one. So like him and I were in the back. So you're riding backwards. You get up to the top, and then you flip around, and that's the first part where it starts to spin you. So it spins you slowly as you go around, so you can kind of like each side gets a decent amount of the track. But then in the last quarter of the track, it says "fuck you," and it just goes as it fucking goes down the track. And that was just like, that was the last ride of the day for me. And I'm glad I saved it to the end, because it was just like, oh, dude. Like, I mean, we spent like 4 to 5 hours at the water park in the middle of all this shit too. But let me just say, at the end of this day, I felt like, those days where you just get up super early and you are outside busting your ass all the way till fucking straight evening, like dusk.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you finally get to sit down, you're just like, oh my God, dude, I'm probably going to crash. Yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
I felt like I did hard work all day, dude, just riding rides and water slides and shit. But no, it was a good fucking grand old time, man. Water park was fun. Obviously, mat slides, tube slides. Now I'm a bigger boy, obviously. So they have the, I can't remember what, I think it was called the Helix. It's the toilet bowl slide. You guys have all seen this?
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Big funnel. Cool. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So my fat ass is definitely over 300 pounds. I don't know where I'm at, but that's all that matters. The single tube rides. Now I'm in this line with my buddy and my brother-in-law and the whole families and stuff. My brother-in-law is just over, he's like 260. My other buddy's probably like 275, 280. And then there's me. Now the single tube says 250 max. And my brother-in-law's like, I don't know, man. Should we do this? I'm like, fuck it. That's just a guideline, right? Now I'm watching as people are making these rings, dude, and most people are getting like 3 rotations in the bowl, right? I had to stop myself on my 5th one just so I would go down, because I fucking rocketed out of that bitch so goddamn fast. I was on my 4th one. I was just like, I slapped my hand down like it was like a brake pad, like I'm just fucking. It was absolutely awesome and completely ridiculous. I should have went one more time just to see if I actually could have got the full 5. Like, no, I'm pretty sure I could have, no problem. But needless to say, we tested the limits of the water that day.
I love it.
It was a good time. It was a good fucking time, dude. And then yesterday, I just picked up some OT, so I did some fucking hard labor, and then I came home and watched this fucking movie, dude, which I'm excited and ready to talk about right now.
Yes.
So I guess Scoob's not here, so I'll take over for Scuba's here.
All right.
Actually, you know what, Chad Daddy, why don't you take over, Scoobs? I'll take your spot at the end there.
Sounds good. Okay, so Talk to Me released July 28th, 2023. Intrigued by the latest party craze, best friends Mia and Jade attend an exclusive house party to see for themselves if the rumors of a strange object capable of opening the gate to the supernatural realm are true. There, someone finally brings the key to the unseen world, a heavily inscribed ceramic hand imbued with the unexplained power to conjure up the dead. But few dabble with the occult and emerge unscathed, and now there's no turning back. With reality disturbed and sanity compromised, the uninitiated must right a wrong by bringing light where darkness reigns, even if they unwittingly invite what was once alive back into the world of the living.
Whew.
Directed by Danny Philippou. You know how I say that?
That looks good enough to me, bro. It's probably
Deluge and Raka Raka, and Michael Philippou, also Raka Raka. Written by Danny Philippou, Raka Raka, Deluge, and Bill Heinzman, who apparently has never written anything else.
all right. First writing credit, Bill. Way
Yeah.
to fucking go, bro.
And produced by Samantha Jennings, Cargo and Buoyancy, Christina Satan, Ceyton, not Satan, The Babadook, and You Won't Be Alone.
You know, man, I'm gonna say hot take, dude, but I am not a fan of the Babadook. Maybe I need to rewatch it. I've only watched it once, and I did not enjoy it.
Everything I've seen just shows that annoying little shit screaming his head off. I'm like, nope, don't need to see that.
Yeah, I mean,
want to smack the little kid.
I will. I'm not saying I wouldn't gladly watch it for the show to properly review it, but yeah, man, I know a lot of people love that movie too, man. But and Brody said you got it correctly.
I saw that, so yeah,
fuck yeah, dude. All right,
There you go.
so Bobby,
take it away, Bob.
Starring Sophie Wilde, Everything New, Boy Swallows Universe as Mia, Alexandra Jensen, Frayed, the Mugai as Jade, Joe Bird, Rabbit, First Day as Riley, Otis, Donji, Aquaman, the Unlisted as Daniel, Miranda Otto, Lord of the Rings, War of the Worlds as Sue, Zoe Tarakes, Wentworth, Nine Perfect Strangers as Haley, Chris Alosio, Next Goal Wins, Surviving Summer as Josh. I'm going to say Joss.
Joss. Yep.
Joss.
Yeah. Marcus Johnson, the Osiris Child, Interceptor as Max, Alexandria Stephenson, Neighbors, How to Please a Woman as Rhea, Sonny Johnson. That sounds like a porno name.
Yeah,
Swing Safari as
That sounds like a porn.
That sounds like a porn.
It does sound like a porn.
Name of your sex tape.
and Ari McCarthy, Deadlock, Heartbreak High as Cole. Total body count, not many, only 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Yep. All right. Taking over for the Chad Daddy.
Yeah.
Music by Cornell Wilczek. Chasing Asylum and Surviving Summer. Cinematography by Aaron McLiskey. Mr. In Between and Poker Face. Edited by Geoff Lamb. Beastmaster the series and Return to Nim's Island. I feel like I know that title for whatever reason. Anyways,
I thought it sounded familiar too when I.
There's an animated one, isn't it? Or no? Maybe not. I don't. Anyways,
That's Secret of Nim.
Oh, that's okay. Yes. Effects and makeup, which were fucking solid, by the way, by Josh Head, The Marine, and X-Men Origins Wolverine. Not a bad film in my. It's a terrible film, but I enjoy it.
It was a terrible Deadpool.
It's a guilty.
I never watched it.
It is a guilty pleasure. Way better video game. Way better video game than movie. Just gonna say that. Distributed by A24. Runtime of 95 minutes. Rating of R. Budget $4.5 million. Grossed $92.2 million.
So it made some pretty good bank on a small budget.
Fucking A, it did, dude.
I think so.
Now, would that be because, like we discussed before, this wasn't made under the A24 umbrella?
Yeah,
it wasn't.
But it was picked up by A24 and distributed. So, and obviously they got some weight and some power.
Yeah.
So, for sure. Okay, let's discuss, boys. Well, the three of us, as we already found out, this is our first time watching this shit. So
I wanted to watch this for a while, ever since it came out. I'll start it off. I thoroughly loved this movie. I love the messages, the little parallels. There's a grimness to it. This girl lost her father. Her mother's trying to find her way. I don't know why, but that part I think hits a little bit with me only because, well, I lost a parent now 4 years ago, so it kind of hits on that, like, you need that time to kind of really think and, really deal without that person here. You find an outlet, and this is definitely a thing on the drug craze, but it also fits for this generation of, they literally will do anything to fucking entertain themselves.
That's not this. First of all, whoa.
Well, no. All right, hold on, wait. Before you, when I say this, in other words, I'm not saying past generations didn't.
Every generation.
But this generation, I feel, is just not as.
Bro, there's a game called Kick the Can because that existed at one point.
Yeah, but
every generation has found some dumb shit to do.
Kick the can.
I wouldn't even say.
Let's do this thing that takes us to something else that could potentially maybe kill us, but we're just going to get out at the time where it can't get us.
Yeah, bro. That's called whippets.
I don't know if this is really done to entertain themselves so much as it's done to post online to entertain other people and try to become famous.
I think it's a little bit of both.
It's still, definitely both.
It follows. Okay, and I say that because it definitely. We're doing drugs like that. That's what the hand is. It's doing drugs.
Yeah, it's definitely
our main girl Mia did it, and as soon as she did it, her friends wanted to do it the next day, and they instantly went to those kids that had the drug. Right? Like,
oh god, this is an after-school special.
It totally fucking is, bro. It so is. Now, I gotta say, man, it's funny, and I kind of like it because Mia as our main character, I'm not saying you can't be sympathetic with her a little bit, or at least empathetic, but at the same time, she's not like the best main character. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She's kind of an asshole sometimes. And she's clearly got her own issues that she's got to work on, but she's just throwing herself onto other people and making it their problem and things like that. Like the whole thing with Riley, not to jump ahead, but it would have never happened if she just kept her fucking mouth shut because she has no jurisdiction over that kid anyways, you know?
Right.
Like, I granted she's essentially a move-in stepsister for the moment, but it's very just more close family friend really at that point.
Which I had, for me, sympathy-wise, and also I liked the three main, Mia, Riley, and Jade, his sister. I like that core group, but she was dealing with something. She was trying to put it on other people. And that price ultimately, at the time, before you get to the end, was a horrible price. And that girl definitely, you could even say, did definitely deserve a little bit of what was to come.
Well, I mean, she's the one who fell prey to the whole thing. And obviously, yeah, they were duping her, but all right, so let's
see. It's funny because I'm on the flip side with you guys. I didn't give a shit about any of the characters in this movie.
No.
I didn't connect with any of them.
I liked Riley.
I liked Riley, and
I liked his mom because his mom, like, she was smart and she's a mom. I don't know, like she was like a good mom. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't like a dick, but she was trying to be protective. She's just trying to be protective, but still trying to be the chill mom. Like, and the dad, dude, if anybody got it worse than this movie completely, it's the father, right? Yeah. Because the father, he lost his wife to suicide. We now know he lost his daughter, but before that, his daughter stabbed him in the fucking neck. He almost died. Like, that dude was just getting a train of shit run on top of him, man.
I love that was literally a twist of reality. You weren't even sure, like, at first who that was, what it was, and then all of a sudden it shows that she stabbed. I'm like, oof. You want to talk, but I love that it's that other world that makes her do it. I loved how that was played in this film, and reality really just started to just die away after Riley's incident. Which, I'm going to jump onto that for a second. I don't know about you, but if I saw that in person, you see someone doing that, and there's no way they're able to have the force to do that themselves, I don't think I would ever be the same. I would never be the same person again.
So that scene was very graphic and very awesome and shocking because I was I wasn't expecting it by any means. So like that first fucking slam, dude, my reaction was their reaction. Just like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Like, and then obviously he goes for the eye gouge, which is still like, that felt like a bad accident I shouldn't have been watching, dude. You know what I mean? I was doing like this. It's like,
it was so graphic, but it was just like, holy shit. That was that moment you didn't know. It was like, oh.
But to point on what Brody's mentioning, if she hadn't gone over the time limit of possession, none of this shit wouldn't happen. 100%, dude. But was that really on her? I would
Yes.
blame.
That was absolutely
Nope.
on her because
That was well,
That
yes,
was 100%
'cause she
on
was
her.
getting she
Wait.
was trying to get a connection with her mother through
No,
him.
no.
And she said,
What are we
"Don't
talking?
stop."
I'm talking about her original, when she originally had it on her hand. I'm pretty sure, without actually them showing you, she went over the 90 seconds because it was a rush to get it off of her hands. That's why she was seeing ghosts the whole fucking time.
maybe.
See, I looked at it as that happened after Riley's incident.
But why would she see ghosts after Riley's incident? That doesn't make sense. She would have
Because
to
the
be connected.
spirit is in the world. They're using her to get to him.
But then everybody would be seeing ghosts, not just her.
No, she was the most vulnerable. They used the most vulnerable person.
Was she
That had-
now?
No, what? Riley would have been the most vulnerable. They literally said if they kill him.
I mean emotion.
No, dude,
She was not. I'm going.
Dude,
with
you don't think? Dude, they all use that. They'd all be susceptible. I'm saying she stayed over because it was. Think about it in the very first interaction, dude. Joss was fighting to get it off of her hand, and it was after the 90-second mark. So even if it's 91 seconds, that's still over the mark. I feel like that would still count. They didn't notify it because they don't want you to think that, oh, okay, now she's instantly fucked for the rest of the movie. So you know.
But they closed the door with the candle. Remember, that plays a factor in.
Does it?
Yes, it does. You
What
have
does
to
it-
blow the candle out, because if you don't blow the candle out, it lets in. If
So
you
then
blow it
why
out,
not?
it's
So then
good.
why not just stay as long as you want and then just blow the candle out and it'd be fine?
They figured a time limit was the best thing. They don't know. This hand is given.
But I'm still-
they didn't, you know.
I still think it's from her original possession, dude. That's the only reason why she was the only one seeing ghosts. It only channels through that first initial channel. It doesn't, like, she wasn't able to channel him when she tried. It was a whole nother ghost that let her into the ghost vision to be able to see the fucking shunting from the goddamn whatever the fuck that movie was. Yeah, exactly. Society, thank you. We fucking did a whole movie transport of that scene. It was like, ew, gross. Hey, son, I've always been a butthead.
Oh my God.
But our buddy Donnie over here is in the chat saying that
Yeah, what do we got?
you really like the bummer ending, and sometimes the bad guys win. I agree. I like a bummer ending in a movie sometimes, but this one really didn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense to me.
I think it
Really? I liked it.
I loved it. Well, remember, the ending here was her dream of her being alone. Now she's alone permanently.
Yeah.
I mean, that's horrifying, considering you're never gonna ever be where you were. You're done. Like, because it was a reoccurring dream for her, like being alone, nobody's around, nobody's there and then now it's a reality for her. That's
Now I'm like,
horrifying.
When she, all right, so obviously we're jumping around, but it doesn't matter. So, ending, she's dead. Spoilers. Oh my God. She gets killed off. We see that whole thing. I'm assuming the stuff she saw in the hospital was still kind of legit. Like her dad walked out. I'm assuming
I think
her
so.
dad survived.
No,
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit of a time lapse is all.
Right. Okay. So we got all that. But when she gets the hand reach out and then she figures out that she's the ghost, was it the opposite hand? Was it the right hand or was it still the same left hand?
She had was she right?
She put her right hand out,
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
She did. The left hand was being
Because they had the left hand originally.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. I was wondering how the left hand suddenly ended up in Greece.
No. Because they said in the beginning they didn't know any idea where the other hand was. So I was just assuming that was the other hand, but I just wanted to make sure if anybody actually paid attention enough to if it was the other hand.
Well,
I'm assuming it was, but
I think you're right. It is the other hand, because remember they had the left hand, and then remember, they never said what happened to that guy. It was kind of very, it was told but not fully.
And honestly, like I feel like that's where a sequel can come in really handy because honestly,
See what you did there.
but you just go with the other hand. You don't have to tie anything in to the first one. You already know there's another fucking, you know what I mean, ligament out there, whatever the fuck, and you could just go with a whole different new story. Now, if you wanted to, maybe you could pull in like hey, somebody goes visits Riley because they figured out some crazy shit happened to this. You know what I mean? Like if it goes
No.
to that, but I don't think they have to.
Here's the question: how many dudes do you think
Took hand jobs
used
from
it?
that?
Yes,
Oh,
I guarantee that happened a
many,
lot.
thousands.
Yeah.
However many signatures. That's why there's signatures on there. It's not people that use it. It's the people that jerked off with it. Dude.
You know, maybe this is a prequel to that movie that they keep showing things on. It's now a meme, Hand Job Cabin.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
ghost jerks you off until you die.
Wait, what was that? Was it called Hand Job Cabin?
Hand
No.
Job Cabin.
Was
I think
it?
so. I think so.
God.
I remember seeing the trailer. I never watched the full fucking thing. It was so stupid.
And also,
Go
one
ahead,
more real quick, the opening. I loved the opening of this movie.
The opening was really
party's the party's happening. He's wondering where his brother is, and he just fucking kills himself right in front of everybody. Stabs his brother, but he doesn't. I was like, what the fuck are we in for?
Not even that, but let's start right at the beginning of that. That was one solid fucking tracking shot, dude. That whole thing. That was awesome. It was the full setup, man. You get the whole gimmick of the party. You see where he grabs the knife from, like even beforehand, like, you know, you see the mom chopping vegetables or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, like, so for one, yeah, that was fantastic and totally just like shocking just to see like two motherfuckers stabbed like that. And I'm glad it wasn't even like close up. You know what I mean? Like it was still like the far out, like,
yeah, it was.
What the fuck's he doing, dude? And then just
I loved how it looked.
Now, the other thing that scares the shit out of me about that scene personally is I am so fucking glad I grew up in the 2000s. Because fuck this generation of cell phone recording everything, dude.
Yeah, we did all our dumb shit before it could be recorded.
Listen, I'm not saying that my generation itself didn't record stupid things on digital cameras because we had digital cameras. We were going to do it. But the thing is, we didn't have the social media platforms to be able to fucking just harass each other and put that shit out there. This is something the wife and I were talking about because I was just like, God damn, I feel so bad for our kids, dude, because fuck this shit. You can't get away with anything.
There's no privacy here.
Fuck no, dude. It's crazy, man. The stupid shit you would have done that your parents would have seen down the road or something. Fuck that, dude. Now it's just a story that you could tell them 20 years and they're like, what? Never mind. But no, man, I dug this movie. I don't think it's anything that I would need to rush instantly and like rewatch within the same week or anything personally. But as for a ghost movie that does something a little different, and what that to me is, it makes possessions fun. Like they're getting off on the possessions. You know what I mean? Like usually they're not.
Yeah, they're getting a high off. And I think the reason it didn't really resonate so well with me is because it had such a strong opening, and I was expecting more of that.
No, it definitely brings you in fast and hard, dude. But then it does kind of lull a little bit. It tries
lulls
to really,
a lot. I was dozing off.
It tries to suss out the backstory and why you should feel bad for all these people and shit, which, you know, whatever. I want more Ghost. Now, that being said, I think all the Ghosts, at least the ones that we saw, looked fantastic. There wasn't like crazy makeup to them, but they looked nice and dead. Like they looked still kind of gross. Even when our people got possessed, they looked gross.
So my question is, was that really her mother's ghost she was talking to?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
No. That was
I was like, did she somehow get
whole time?
Okay,
whole time.
And that's
how I took it, at least. So.
No. You are absolutely right. So the spirit that this is where it happens after Riley with more of the mother's spirit. The spirit that's inside Riley is using her mother to get her to kill Riley. But she's thinking it's the mother. She hasn't shown that I'm not your mother. You can't trust me. I know I'm a spirit, but you can trust me. When in reality, it's actually the spirit that you see her pushing in the wheelchair at the end, going towards the road, and you see
the old lady one. Yeah, that was the toe sucking one.
No, that's an old man.
That was a man.
That's a man.
No, that was an old lady sucking.
That was
on
an
toes.
old lady.
It's a man.
No, it wasn't. That was a woman.
I'm
It
telling
had
you
a
right
nightie
now.
on and everything. That was a woman, dude.
I'm gonna have to agree with Chad Daddy on that one, homie.
I'm
I'm
100% sure.
People watching in the comments, what are your thoughts? Let us know. I'm saying that was an old lady sucking toes, but if it was a dude,
that's what I took.
then
too.
you just changed it to a whole different level of weird. But I don't know, man. And you know what? So I feel like at least, it's kind of nice because we do get a couple fun scenes of like, I like when we first meet Riley and his buddy's like trying to like do they're having a little cigarette thing. I was hoping his buddy would kind of come into it because he seemed like he would have been a fun character.
Yeah,
They didn't really do much with him.
they didn't do anything with him after that.
Like, because he would have been the dude from like Scouts Guide that would have grabbed that chick's titties. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been that kid. And I feel like I needed more of that dude in this. But maybe it's not supposed to be that kind of movie, so I get it.
I think I should go back and rewatch that movie instead of watching this ever again because I love
Scouts Guide. Oh, Scouts Guide was fantastic, dude. Bob and I were just sharing memes about it the other day.
Yes.
But no, man, like this, I like when they finally get to them using it, and we get that weird like party montage of them like all doing different things and shit like that, because that feels like any good time party movie, right? Like
and that kind of threw me off too a little bit. Like,
yeah, guys, just so it's a man.
What?
Are you sure?
It looked like a woman.
I'm also looking right at the guy too.
See, I couldn't find an image of it, but I don't know.
His name is Quayne. Well, the character in the movie.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean a guy can't be playing an old lady. Look at Miss Doubtfire.
Well, it's
Hello.
no, it's
Richard. You should totally watch Scouts Guide, bro. It's a good one.
It is so
and if
worth
you
it.
don't like it, I apologize, but we thought it was all fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's such a great fucking movie.
All right, so we get the party scene. And the party scene's a good time, and this all started with what's his name? Daniel. What was the boyfriend's name?
Yes, Daniel.
Yeah,
Daniel. So yeah, he wants to try it out, I guess. Get the good old hand J. And obviously his thing goes way different, dude, because he gets a horny fucking ghost, man. He starts jerking off in fucking front of everybody and shit.
Starts humping the floor, making out with the dog. I thought for sure he was gonna start fucking the dog.
The making out with the dog, that shit almost made me want to throw up. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I don't mind dogs. It's not like I hate them or anything.
But
I do not like dog slobber at fucking all. Like any one of those dogs that's just like, you're like, no, stop it, dude. Like, just go away. Like, I'm gonna pat you on the head, and that's where to call it a fucking day. But thank God, and I'm sure you have this in your show notes, so I apologize for spoiling. Thank God that was a puppet and not a real fucking dog. And if you didn't know that,
I didn't. It's not in my notes. There's actually very little.
Yeah, dude. So like obviously, like they had a real dog on set, but then like when it came down to like him making out with it, apparently it was like some fucking crazy rubber hand puppet that they had.
Thank God.
Like, well, that shit still looked gross fucking enough to me. So
I like how the spirits though, which I think they definitely did considering him. I think they really tried to get into maybe not so much a fear of theirs, but something that definitely makes them either uncomfortable or comfortable.
I think it all depends on the spirit, probably.
Yeah, no, like with Mia, it was using her mother. For him, it was definitely, either meaning he wants to do that or he's not comfortable with it or whatever. But those two, and then for Riley, I think again that was like control. I don't know if that was anything with him, but they definitely tapped into something that made them.
Well, I mean that first. I mean, Mia saw first or two ghosts right off the bat. She saw an old man that didn't do anything with, and then we saw that like gross, drowned, bloated lady. So like she did her kind of thing, and they, that was just normal like spooky antics and shit. But that horny one, she kind of went into, she like tapped into Daniel's mind a little bit because that's where she set the seed of doubts. They were like, oh, dude, like yo, your girlfriend makes your dick soft, but that one over there, your ex, still does it. And that's when he started fucking jerking off and stuff. You know what I mean? So now you got the seed of doubts set between. Like I said, I still feel like it's a really solid film for how it's set up. It's not something like I feel like I'm in the middle of between you two. You know what I mean? Like where you Chad Daddy, you said you're like you didn't
It didn't.
love it, but
it really didn't resonate that strongly with me. It's for me. I can tell you right now, this is a one and done for me. I don't think I'll ever have to revisit this again.
I'd probably watch it again, but it wouldn't have to be like right away, like another year or so. I'd be like, okay, sure. But once again, I give it credit for an original idea, man. We're not doing like a Ouija board or something. Ouija board, kind of, but you know what I mean? Like,
But it's
we're
really
not
not
doing
that
your
different from like a
atypical-
Ouija board.
No, it's not.
Same
But it's
basic
just,
concept.
I like
feel
the
like more
idea of it better,
solid
though.
Connection, more solid connection. I feel
Yeah, this is like
because it's like the second you make with a Ouija board, you have to kind of you play around with it, you ask questions. Oh, yeah. With this, it's you hook and say the word, and you're in. You know, like that's.
But that's the thing that I feel like they didn't explore more is the fact that they can ask the ghost questions because they do. You know what I mean? But when they first start off, they're just so hooked on the possession thing where it's like, nah, man, I'd want to be talking to the fucking ghost figuring some shit out, right?
Yeah, just because they're in time. Yeah.
But they're all after the high. And like Mia said, you know, she felt like she was floating. She felt like she was in the passenger seat. That's straight up drugs, man. And this shit is like the 90-second shit to me, dude. It's almost like Whippets or like Salvia. I don't know if any boys have experienced that or seen anybody experience that. Salvia was a crazy fucking shit, dude, that a lot of weed smokers smoked. I smoked it myself. And I could tell you it literally lasts a minute or so. And you pretty much, I don't want to say trip balls, but you trip. And when me and my buddy and girlfriend at the time, when we did it, we all unanimously felt like the world turned into Schoolhouse Rock for that like 90 fucking seconds. Everything just seemed to kind of jam a little bit like Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know why. Somehow we were all unanimously agreed that happened. And then it just went the fuck away, dude. And I was like, what the fuck was that? So yeah, that was this shit. Same thing with Whippet. Now Whippets, I always thought that shit was kind of stupid. I've seen people do it. And it's really fucking weird, man, because almost that's, I would say, kind of closer to this, dude, because you'll see people do Whippets and they'll just go almost catatonic for like a minute or so. And then they'll just fucking come out of it like nothing. You're like, what the fuck was that, bro? Did you die? Like, just, yeah, nah. But like I said, I feel like that, because I have experienced that stuff in the past, seeing that resonate in this movie and everything, like it was all those same feels. It was all that same shit. You know what I mean? You can't, you're not going to try something new without somebody else being there. That's why, they always have to have like a watcher or something like that if you're doing it. Obviously you can't do the hand yourself. I honestly thought Mia was going to try to do the hand by herself.
I was expecting that.
And I was like, this dumb fucking bitch, dude. Like, what the?
She did do it at one point by herself.
Did she?
Yeah. She did it in her own room. She wanted to reconnect with her mom. That's what she was trying to do. It was a little later in the movie.
Yeah, no, I think, but it was before that. I thought that she was actually going to like.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
They were setting up the attempt. You know what I mean?
I also like the little. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I was reading Rich's comments over here. Sorry.
Oh, yes, he's got so many of them. I like the little parallel that it showed at the beginning. She couldn't kill the kangaroo, put it out of its misery, but it shows up in the hospital when she's trying to go kill Riley. Instead,
I'm not gonna lie.
She killed herself.
When it showed up in the mirror at the hospital, I know I wasn't supposed to laugh, but I did because it's clearly a fake kangaroo and it looks terrible. Well, I mean, it didn't look terrible in the scene itself, but you could clearly tell it was a fake kangaroo. You know what I mean? And for some reason, just seeing the image of the puppet kangaroo in the mirror, just, I don't know why, that just made me laugh. Like, it felt like that should have been in something of like a comedy where like it talked to her or something at the end. They're like, You can do it, Mia. Like,
God.
okay. But no, man, like I said, it's so we're at the party scene, blah, blah, blah. Dude, once Riley shit happens, though, man, that's where the movie flips 180.
Yeah.
And it does it fast and hard because they fucking like, oh, that kid just beats the shit out of himself, man. Like, there's another movie where that kind of happens. What is it? It's another A24 movie. Fuck. Hereditary.
Yeah.
The kid like slams his fucking face against the desk and shit like that, pretty much in very similar fashion. This one I felt like hurt more to watch. I don't know what it was, man. This one, like the effects on that kid's face, dude, was just.
I think it was the fact that he was trying to gouge his own eye out too.
Well, then but that last hit where his sister saved him with her fucking hand, where he does like the wind up and hold, you were just like,
yeah,
and like I don't know, it was good suspense build for sure. And
then he comes out of his catatonic state in the hospital and starts fucking doing it again.
I was gonna say,
dude, he looks so gross in that too, man. Like he just and you feel for that kid, you know what I mean? Like that's the moment where you're just like, oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But then you see him getting like raped in hell. Like Jesus Christ. Which, let me ask you that. Was that real?
I don't know.
Was that real, or was that little girl ghost fucking with her still like the other ghost and just showing her something?
I think that ghost was showing her what could
Was
be going
legit?
on the other side. If you're in that part, if you're in the bad part, that's.
I'm gonna go with that not being real, and that was just more of them trying to corrupt her.
I'm gonna go with it. I think I'm gonna go with it was. It just feels.
See, now originally watching it first time without even thinking about it, I thought his soul might actually be there, and it eventually gets released. Like that one guy said, like the longer you're okay, as long as you don't die, you know what I mean? Like they'll eventually just like kind of pass like a fucking cold. So I was just like, you know, is that what happens? Like he gets tortured in hell for a couple of fucking days, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm good now. Like, does he live with that, or maybe it was all fucking fake, dude? You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Because that ghost did say, "Let me in," and let her into her own mind. So, who the fuck knows? You know, maybe it's maybe it's just open for interpretation too.
I was gonna say, I like that though, that it could be, because there's no right or wrong answer. It's like that, you know, question reality as you think and or see or don't know.
Right, because we didn't get anything from Riley after the fact, right? Like we only heard from his sister that he was getting better and he seemed like himself again.
Yeah.
So like we knew he was in the clear. Obviously the ghost visions were still fucking with her when she was trying to kill him, but
and then you see Riley at the end, he's healed, father's healed. So I think that's why I think it's real, because you see him normal. So it might be like now he's released. So it's either A, it did happen, but he's released now, he's wiped of it, or it's a mind fuck, but he may live with it, and that might be a thought that he has of, I saw this place, but I'm not sure if it's real.
Word. So I will say the two kids that own the hand, I can't remember their names, Joss and
Haley.
Yes, thank you. I kind of laughed at their scene too, where they were pretty much just like, all right, yo, here's the hand, peace out. And then that was it. Like they were just like exit scene. And I'm like, that's how you survive a horror movie right there. You're like, you know what, man? I think we're done with this shit. Good. Just let that go.
We never did this. Goodbye.
Yeah, and you never see him again. You know what I mean? Like, and it's cool because obviously like that Haley chick, like she hated me at the beginning, like right at the bat. Like you could tell there was obvious tension and shit like that. But it didn't seem like it was like a complete like fuck you hatred. It was just more of like, ugh, this fucking putzes around, whatever. But obviously throughout their partying experience, whatever, like they seem to kind of go a little bit more closer together. Not just them specifically, but like the whole group in itself.
Yeah.
Because like they weren't like they weren't like the douchebag drug dealers, you know what I mean? Like you would think of like a normal like drug facade. Like they were still like partying and enjoying their shit with them too. So I don't know. That being said, I mean, like I said, dude, I like the ending too. I like the bleak ending. I don't feel like we get enough in horror. I feel like with horror, it's very fitting every once in a while to get some of that shit.
Agreed. I very much agree. But
one of the reasons why I still love Stakeland to this day is because it's such a sad, fucking terrible movie. Well, not terrible, but you know what I mean. Like
it was such a downer. Oh my god!
But it's such a good fucking movie, though. Fucking A. What's up, Azria? How you doing? Let's you guys want to hear from Mr. Brody Kane?
Yeah,
he has to
very
say?
much.
All right.
What that man has to say.
Give me un momento, por favor, because I need to just pull him up.
See.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I think overall it was an interesting new take. Not new take, but a different take on what we're seeing. But if you didn't like it, that's fair enough, too.
It was very meh for me, you know. It's meh. It was.
I think I liked the characters that were the dealers the best.
I hated them. I absolutely hated them.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. I just hated both of the Haley especially. I don't know why.
Because she wanted to look like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio from the 90s.
Maybe.
With their sweet fucking split wave and then the long sleeve under the fucking short sleeve. I don't know, man. I like Joss, dude. He was dancing around, having a good time. He didn't seem like a prick or anything.
I didn't have a real problem with either of them.
Fucking A. All right, Mr. Doppelganger Kangabaya, Mr. Brody Kane.
Howdy, folks. It's your DKB here back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about Talk to Me. Talk to Me ended up being my favourite film of the year when it came out. It was definitely had a lot of hype going in behind it, so I was a little bit skeptical about that. The poster didn't really sell me for it. But then I'd seen the trailer and I was like, this is something a little bit different, unique, and very original to that extent as well. And then, obviously, you know, the Rucka Rucka lads, I've always been a big fan of their stuff on YouTube, their content. Adelaide boys from Australia, and to see them actually come out swinging with their first fucking featurette is pretty goddamn impressive. This film looked absolutely fucking fantastic, and like I just mentioned before, the originality of the story itself is truly something special, a different little take on the possession genre. I'm sick of seeing the same old shit repetitive over again with possession films, but this is something a little bit new and different, and I really appreciate about this film. So let's dive into this gem. So having mentioned the supernatural element and possession side of things with this story, I definitely feel it's much more than that. It's a little bit of a Pet Sematary vibe to it, where it's like, how far would you go to great lengths to at least talk to the person you love that's died? And I think that's really, it just adds more depth of emotional value to the story and characters in general. I definitely see myself as some of these characters in here, like, and my friends, obviously, because of that culture of being down here and the parties that I've seen. So they're up to the catch of the realism of that pretty damn fucking well. And I mean, I've even said to Steve, like, when he's been on ghost hunts, like, if I was there, I'm pretty sure, like, I would definitely play up and I'd be like that possession vessel for them to actually, you know, and Steve would be like, no, that's a bad idea, and I'll be like, fuck off, I'll do it, and I'll get fucked up.
Brody's gonna call the ghost the cunt.
Dumb like the characters in this film.
Yeah.
In saying that, it's unreal to see what they're able to achieve with just like cinematography. Me to talk to you about. Talk to me.
I'm sorry, hold on. I gotta say, and I never thought about this till right now, we just watched an Australian film and nobody said the word cunt in that entire fucking movie. This movie's bullshit. All right. All right. Back to Brody.
Adelaide boys from Australia, and to see them actually come out swinging with their first fucking featurette is pretty goddamn impressive.
Yeah, I know.
This film looks absolutely fucking fantastic, and like I just mentioned before, the originality of the story itself is truly something special, a different little take on the possession genre. I'm sick of seeing the same old shit repetitive over again with possession films, but this is something a little bit new and different, and I really appreciate about this film. So let's dive into this gem. So yeah, having mentioned the supernatural element and possession side of things with this story, I definitely feel it's much more than that. It's a little bit of a Pet Cemetery vibe to it, where it's like, how
That was
far
something I
would you
never thought
go
of was Pet
to great lengths
Cemetery
to
with this, but
at
no, I
least
can
talk
see
to
how
the
he says
person you
that.
love that's died? And I think that's really, it just adds more depth of emotional value to the story and characters in general. I definitely see myself as some of these characters near, like, and my friends, obviously, because of that culture of being down here and the parties that I've seen. So they're up to the catch of the realism of that pretty damn fucking well. And I mean, I've even said to Steve, like, when he's been on ghost hunts, like, if I was there, I'm pretty sure, like, I would definitely play up and I'd be like that possession vessel for them to actually, and Steve would be like, no, that's a bad idea. And I'll be like, fuck off, I'll do it and I'll get fucked up. See, because that'd be just me being dumb like the characters in this film. In saying that, it's unreal to see what they're able to achieve with just like cinematography shots of how they're able to pan and whip around and there's nothing in the corner, but they make you feel like there's something there. And the cinematography is actually fucking fantastic in this. The way they were able to cut a montage to a song while they're, getting high off this possession in one scene. It's just quick cuts to the beats of the music. I thought that was done extremely fucking well throughout the edit. I actually spoke to Danny when I met him in person about one of them scenes, and he just said, look, we just had like a limited run of 2 hours with the camera, me and my brother, and we just quickly shot everything in motion because the cinematographer didn't think we were able to do it, but those two grabbed it and just had fun with it with the actors that they had, so they were able to utilize that. This film, the story in general, the characters, everything, I love how it's much more than a horror film. It really adds that dramatic element about it while keeping it very horrific in certain scenes. It just goes fucking bonkers.
And gross.
So another thing I really fucking loved about this film is the fact that we see all the ghosts from Mia's perspective and hers only. The bloated lady that sort of takes over me at the start of the film. I like out through the sound design when Mia's possessed, we get to hear that she's drowning throughout her talking, whatever it may be. All the different ghosts that we get in this film, like we don't actually see them, but we just hear them betrayed through our actors, who, hats off to these actors I've never even heard of before, but to be able to fool us, the audience, make it believable, like we're sitting in the room with them and they're seeing a ghost but we can't see it, and then they get possessed. There's just all these different styles of ghosts. I love it. There's a French one, there's one that fucking whacks himself off, whatever it may be. I think it was all done super fucking well, and I love especially the fact that the bloated lady, tricks me into believing that it's her mum, and then there's this theory that if the ghost stays in you for too long, it'll slowly get weak and then slowly piss off and draw itself away from you. And then by the end of the movie, you start to see this ghost slowly get weaker, only by the fact that the mother of Mia, who obviously Mia's mum's dead, is being betrayed by this bloated lady, and she starts to slowly become the bloated lady. So it was really cool how they were able to utilize that and do that and trick people, the audience, the characters, whatever it was, and it was done fucking superbly. So the practical effects in this film were done actually really damn well. It looked real. They kept it to a bit of a minimum, like most horror movies, but obviously what they're able to utilise with this type of film, I thought was done extremely well, especially for them scenes that just go hard as fuck. Joe Bird, the actor, the sweet, innocent kid that really just gets fucked over in this movie real bad, mainly him. And yeah, there's some, when those scenes hit, they hit you extremely hard, and it goes from like fun time to just be like balls to the wall, and it's very sinister. It's very intimidating to see, because you're not ready for it. It just sort of hits you from out of nowhere. So
I'll agree with that.
Even that actor himself was absolutely fucking fantastic to capture that aesthetic about the character. It's good shit. So essentially, I'm not going to bore you for much longer. There's talk about this film for fucking hours, and there's so much to talk about in so little time. I really do apologise that I'm not on the show with you. It sucks, but obviously
I know we miss you, Brody. We need you on here.
Yeah, we do need him on.
Different time zones and all that shit. But at the end of the day, I just really hope that you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, because I'm giving it a Gore score of 5 out of fucking 5. For
Damn!
me. I fucking love this movie.
All right.
And I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this film, and I probably should catch y'all next week. So yeah, cheers, gentlemen.
Okay.
I just want to laugh. I don't know why, but I just want to laugh.
I don't know what we're watching here, but is this a trick candle? Is a penis gonna pop out? What's happening? Brody's lighting a candle for the audience, for the audio listeners. And we're doing zoom. Oh, he's got the hand.
Oh shit!
Oh no shit!
That's fucking cool. Ooh.
Wait a minute. So did he get? Yes, it says cunt. Woo!
It's right on the thing.
So that must have been a blank one that he had his buddies and shit sign.
Had
Maybe
to
like
have
people
been,
get
yeah.
The DKB.
Talk to me. Ah, Mr. Kane, enjoy my secret herbs and spices. I hope you like him. You're a mad cold, stay mad, motherfucking bitch.
Brody, blow out the candle. Blow out the candle, Brody.
Oh shit! The Colonel has got him now.
Oh, that made it. Oh, that was wonderful.
Question is, was
His
it really
mouthing
the
of
Colonel?
what the fuck though? I'm like, what is he seeing? I was
That was
expecting a picture of one of us up there.
That's
like,
what I was
don't know
waiting
what
for
this
too.
stuff is.
You know what? I gotta say, man, for like a 30-second vid, that was like edited fantastically. But it's
That
from
was-
Brody, so
yeah.
like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bud. Thank you for that. That was
Yes.
great. For you audio listeners, I suggest you go to find the video and
Yeah,
give,
find
it,
the video.
give it a little gander.
Yeah.
YouTube, Facebook, you can find it. All right.
Sure.
So Brody set the bar really fucking high. God damn.
He's gonna hate me.
Hey, he
It's
did it
true.
last week. See, you said a 4.5 and he gave a 2. So I feel like it's just, when we get there, it is what it is. Whatever. We do have a score from Scuba too, so we'll make sure to add that in there. All right. Is there any other discussion topics you guys want to hit? Otherwise, I'm going to hand this.
I think, yeah.
Okay, Chad Daddy, it's all you, buddy.
All right, 6 hands were made for the movie should any of them happen to get broken or damaged. Director Danny Philippou kept one of the hands for himself.
Nice. Brody's still the other one.
Except for a couple of grip rig shots, the entire second possession scene montage was shot in less than 1 hour.
That's impressive.
That was the whole party scene, right?
Yeah, that was
so.
the whole party.
We didn't even mention, man, the transitions in that scene, I personally
beautiful.
thought were fucking awesome.
Yeah. 100%.
Like just from like fucking lighting a candle to doing like that. I don't know. It was cool vibe, and with the music too. Like I said, it was a totally different vibe for the rest of the movie. But
It was done very well.
yeah, for sure.
Brody, that's
All right.
cool that it's casted from the OG.
Oh, nice. Chad Daddy?
Danny and Michael Philippou turned down the chance to direct an unknown film in the DCEU in favor of having Talk to Me be their directorial film debut.
You know what? Good choice.
That's
Yeah.
probably for better because that universe doesn't exist anymore.
Good choice. That's what I would say. 100%.
Very good choice.
What do you think would have been their movie, though?
The problem is like, would they have a choice or would they just get thrown something?
They probably just got thrown something. I think it probably would have been Blue Beetle.
I was gonna say Blue Beetle.
Aquaman. Was Aquaman 2 still Juan?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Brody. Brody know more than I would. I haven't
Okay.
watched any of the Aquaman movies.
I didn't like the first one that much, so I won't watch the second one probably. But
Well, it's got Amber Turd, so who can't blame you.
It's fair.
yeah, true. What else we got, homie?
Okay, so the directors were offered a high sum to remake the film in America with a big budget, but they declined. Their remit is to make most of their films either exclusively in Australia or at least to have the visual effects done in their home country.
You know what? Good for them.
Good on them.
Seriously, yeah. You know,
Because listen, I love the USA, but I do hate sometimes when we Americanize films because usually, for the
Yes.
most part, they
You fuck
suck
off.
in comparison to the.
I don't think remaking this in America would really.
Why?
Improve.
What would you do?
Yeah, it
Nothing
wouldn't
would
benefit.
really like.
Yeah. No.
Teens being teens is going to
It's a universal
transfer to
thing.
any. Correct, 100%. This still felt universal to me, and I'm fucking old as shit compared to these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
The other
like,
thing
yeah,
that would change is
agreed.
the other thing that would change is what they would have seen like a dead deer instead of a dead kangaroo. That'd be about
Yeah, it was something stupid. It would have been something stupid.
absolutely right, 100%. I can't think of anything else that would need to be different other than that. It'd be even funnier if they left the kangaroo in the Americanized version.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did kangaroo come from? Nobody's asking the real questions.
We're
All right.
breeding them in New Mexico.
That would have been great. This is actually the second highest grossing film in A24's history,
No shit.
which is that's funny when you consider that they just picked it up for distribution. It wasn't one of theirs originally.
Do you probably don't have the first, do you, by chance?
Uh,
If not, that's no problem. I can look it up. I'm just interested to know that, like, I bet it was like Hereditary or something,
what is
or
A24's
Midsummer, probably.
highest grossing film.
Midsummer.
Hereditary.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh, wow. Way up.
I forgot that was theirs.
Yeah,
I've heard
completely
really good
forgot
things
too.
about that one. Need to check that shit out. Cool. Good enough. What else you got, Chad Daddy?
The film was banned in Kuwait due to the appearance of trans actor Zoe Tarakis.
Damn.
Okay. Whatever.
I mean, honestly, that whole Middle East, I'm surprised it wasn't banned entirely in the Middle East.
Right? Huh. All right.
Azrael says that everything everywhere good at one, everything everywhere all at once is a good movie. I've only heard good things about it. I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, everybody
I
says
haven't heard anything
if you love multiversal theory and all that other shit, they're like, dude, this movie is fantastic. I'm like, okay.
I would love to
Yeah,
watch
I've
it.
been wanting to watch it.
Yeah, no, I just haven't. I wonder if it's on HBO. I bet it is. I'm gonna look it up. Anyways, go ahead, Chad.
Danny Philippou co-wrote the film with Raka Raka collaborator Bill Heinzman. The team was joined by producers Samantha Jennings and Christina Satan from Causeway Films, who made The Babadook.
The Babadook.
The Babadoosh. Babadookie.
You know, I probably wouldn't have hated the Babadook as much if they didn't just steal generic monster sounds from like 1970s cartoons. That's what honestly pulled me right out of the whole movie. And I know it's such a stupid fucking thing, but I was just like, as soon as I heard that, it'd be like if you heard the T-Rex roar on a different T-Rex, but you know it's the Jurassic Park T-Rex. You know what I mean? You're just like, no, fuck you. You don't get to use that. Like that's
Or like when you hear like you see like just a cartoon T-Rex and it has Godzilla's roar.
yeah, 100%. Just anything like that, you're just like, absolutely not. Wasn't the producer of this wrote Bluey? Was it? That'd be awesome. That'd be such a crazy
Something
writing
like
credential,
that. Yeah.
dude.
Something like that. Like, we did hear something about that.
Okay,
I think we
Cool.
brought that up before.
awesome. Chad Daddy, balls in your court.
First lead starring role in a theatrical film of actress Sophie Wilde.
All right.
Nice.
This
Okay.
set in Adelaide, Australia, the hometown of the directors Danny and Michael Philippou.
I will say, man, I feel like the acting in this was solid too. I mean, maybe you disagree, but I feel like everybody brought it 100%.
Yeah, I guess.
Even in their possession scenes, man. Like I all thought they like the way they changed up and everything was really fucking well. So
I mean, I did like Mia singing in French. I thought that was pretty cool.
that was interesting. Azrael, you are correct. It is on the Netflix. The
Oh,
Everything
nice.
Everywhere at Once. Yeah. Bro. All right, you know what? I'll bring that up in Nerd News.
You sure?
Yeah. It's a Netflix thing, but it fits more for Nerd News. So
The project was financed with support from the South Australian Film Corporation. The film received major product investment from Screen Australia in association with the SAFC and was financed with support from Adelaide Film Festival, Gold Standard, and Kojo Studios.
all right.
The Philippou brothers, Raka Raka, have attracted more than 1.5 billion views on YouTube, with over 6.5 million subscribers tuned in across their social media channels.
Wow. Brody says Daley Pearson co-wrote this. He is a producer on Bluey. All right. Thanks,
We
Brody.
love Bluey on this show, so
We are a Bluey positive podcast.
yes. Because Bluey is very positive.
Fucking right.
Actress, cast members Sophie Wilde and Miranda Otto both also appear in The Portable Door in 2023, which debuts in the same year. Key costume art finisher Julian Ari also worked on both pictures.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Rocker do awesome MK. Well, you just sold me, Brody. I'm gonna have to check that shit out now.
Okay, and like I said, there's very little. This is the last thing I got. In
Word.
August 2023, Danny and Michael Philippi revealed they had already completed principal photography on a prequel film with the story exploring Duckett's backstory, which leads into the character's introduction in the original movie.
Oh.
Production was completed consecutively from the perspective of screen life storytelling through mobile phones and social media. Sonny Johnson features as Duckett. The filmmakers stated they intend to release the project in the future. Then later that month, the filmmakers revealed that sequences from the project were released by anonymously uploading them online as a means of marketing for Talk to Me. These sequences were removed from the internet due to complaints and concerns about their content. The sequences will be officially released at a future date.
Okay.
So, wait a minute. What did you call this? What did you call the type of film that they were doing this as?
Hold on a second. Let me get back to that. It was...
You say True Light? No. What the hell did you say?
Ah, shit. Hold on. I closed it.
Sorry.
Whatever
No,
it is-
I've heard of that before.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's
It
so
is
it's because it's more than just like found footage. So you don't
screen
want
life. It's screen life storytelling.
screen life. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is through multiple assets of, like you said, cell phone, probably computer,
Right.
streaming, broadcasting, any weird, almost influencer-esque kind of platform, I would say.
Basically.
All right, what does Brody say? They have the whole mythology Bible of the hand and where it comes from.
I would
Interesting.
love to read that.
I want see, and maybe this is something for like you save for the sequel, but like
I can see that just being.
I want to see
basis
somebody
for
like
future
to,
movies.
like, but I'm just saying like somebody to like break the hand, to smash the hand, to see what's actually inside. You know what I mean?
to see if there is a real hand under that.
Yeah, something like anything, like for whatever reason they would need to, but if they think like if they destroy it permanently or whatever.
I think it'd be really cool if they smash it and you're expecting like this mummified hand, and it looks like a fresh hand.
Oh,
That
that'd
would
be that'd be fucking cool.
That'd
be really cool.
Yeah, it'd be really intense.
I was just thinking it'd be cool if they smashed it and it was just straight up concrete, and they were like, "Wait, what the fuck?" And then like adds just more mystery to it. All right, so thank you for the behind the scenes, Chad
Yes.
Daddy, much appreciated. All right, boys, where did we watch this? What format?
On demand.
I watched this on Paramount Plus. All right, douche of the film. You know what?
Everyone
I don't know about everyone.
but Riley. And the dad.
I'm gonna go with, just because of how she did push it, I'm gonna say Mia, even though I like her character.
I feel like Mia's kind of the douche, man, for me.
And I like her character,
You're
but
not
she
wrong.
did push it to the limit.
Because like okay, just what Bob said, she pushed it to the limit. She clearly still had feelings for her ex dude that her friend was dating, but she was still flirting with him and being fucking weird there. So there's that. Just I don't know, man. And she kept making fucking dumb decision after dumb fucking decision.
Yes, she
So
did.
it's like, a main, and it's cool. It's different because we usually don't get that with a main character where we just get it like almost a complete fuck up. So I'll give you credit for there. But goddamn, is it annoying? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was yelling at the TV a few scenes. 'Cause I was like, "What the fuck, you dumb bitch? What are you doing?" But you know what? I mean, that's a good movie, right? It's engaging you. It's getting you interacting.
Yeah.
On it, so.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
All right, favorite kill. Didn't have many of them, so
We only had two, and
I'm gonna go knife in the eye, bro.
That's what I'm going
Yeah,
for.
definitely the knife in the eye.
That shit was startling and unsuspected. So 100%. Do you was that supposed to be shot like it was shot from a cell phone too?
It looked like it was.
Yeah.
Just because it was
I'm gonna
very
go with yeah.
stationary and it didn't zoom in like a normal camera would and stuff. You know what I mean? So
That was the
I
impression I got.
too.
okay, it makes sense with the surrounding everybody
Yeah,
else.
it had a found footage feel to it.
A little bit. All righty. That would lead us to the best scene.
Oof.
I know you guys are probably gonna expect me to say when the end credits started. I'm gonna go with Riley fucking himself up.
Dude, that shit was fucking intense.
That was, oh God. You know something? I'm going to go with the opening sequence. This is a hard pick.
Ooh.
That, you know what, Bob? That's a solid choice too, buddy. That was a
I mean, there's too many for me to pick, but I'm like, you know something? That intrigued me.
Ooh,
And the tracking shot on that, yeah.
I'm gonna be so this was kind of you know what? I'm gonna say it in reverse order just because it's funny, but I'm gonna go with toe sucking scene. Only
God.
because
How did we not talk about that yet?
I know somehow we completely fucking diverged over
Like we just talked
gross-
about whether it was a man or a woman, but that was all we touched on in that scene.
So let's go to how that scene even started, dude. So we got Mia caressing up against Daniel's fucking leg because clearly she just is looking for any kind of like human interaction or touch, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Granted, the girl's got some shit going on, so understandable. But like it does that cool, like she's laying on the bed and then she just walks off of her bed, like her bed's like up like fucking Conehead style.
Yeah.
And you know, embraces her Daniel, but then all of a sudden we see the weird like over the shoulder of like the ghost in the corner, which is cool. I always like when movies do that where they make you kind of like you know you're looking at something, but you second guess yourself if you are or not. And this is kind of like when you wake up and you see your fucking laundry on the chair in the corner in the middle of the night.
And you're like, oh,
you're like, who the fuck is over there? Is this my child? Am I going to beat my kid? I don't fucking know. Daddy! Ah! So, but no, man. So then we get gross. Well, Bob says old man. I'm gonna say old lady. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I still say
either way, gross ghost comes over and starts sucking toes, man. Fucking toes. Like, did you think they wanted to go dirtier with it? And they were like, well, we can't do that because that would be straight up like porn rape. So, but like, oh. I don't know why that was so vile. Like that was almost more vile than the dog making out scene to me.
I would think they're like neck and neck to a degree.
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm not trying to kink shame anybody. Well, you know what? Fuck you, man. You people are weird. So that's just fucking whatever. Wait, hold on. The directors and actors have cameo in the open. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, man.
Nice.
Brody's going out with dog making scene. Gross. But no, yep, favorite scene. Toe sucking scene. That threw me so off. It was so gross. I like that it actually was her being possessed sucking toe. It was like, what the fuck, bro? So does that means like, was that her inner desires or was that the ghost? What's going on here? You know? And then all I could start doing after that was quoting Chappelle's show. Be like, hell yeah, suck toes. Welcome to Pop Copy. May I help you? All right, boys. That leads us to worst moment or scene. What you got?
I'm gonna go with the toe sucking scene. That's a little worse than a dog making out scene.
It was pretty gross.
You know, I've fought with athlete's foot most of my life, so I know how disgusting feet can get. And that's always just been like, you know what? No, I see how gross my feet can get. I don't want anybody touching them. I don't want to touch anybody else's.
I'm probably going to go with. I'm actually going to go with the dog, and not even because it's just like such a scene that doesn't belong. It's just it's gross in the context of the scene. So I'm gonna go with like that. I'm gonna just say it's gross though.
It is pretty gross. Worst moment or scene. Oh, you know what I'm gonna say? It's the worst moment, but it's not. It just pisses me off because it happens in real life. Is the scene where Mia's talking to her dad in the beginning, but he's trying to talk to her while she's washing dishes,
And
and
she
they're
just
doing that
has
like she can't hear him, so then she turns the water off, and she's like, "Yeah." Then turns the water on. He starts talking again. It's like, no, I can't fucking hear you. I just told you I can't fucking hear you over the water. Why are we doing this? So I'm gonna go with that, just because that kind of infuriated me. That was personal. All right. Did the opening scene hook you in?
Yeah.
Fuck
absolutely.
yes, it did, dude. It was fantastic. Possibly maybe one of the best scenes in the movie. So, and according to Bob, his favorite. So, all right. That leads us to the most attractive character, to which I'm going to say Mia's undead mom.
Before she was dead, you mean? Like in the video?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna
said
go with
wrong.
that too.
Yeah, dude. She was
She was cute.
Damn fine.
Yes, she was.
I thought the girl Jade was kind of cute, so I'm gonna go with Jade.
Okay.
Really
I'm
much
trying to say, I was just saying, like Chad Daddy and I definitely have the fever. All right.
That swirl.
Yeah. Oh. All right. That does the score set the mood? Honestly, yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, especially with the party scenes, dude. But then obviously you get your depressing scenes. It all kind of hits. So
it definitely built it up. So I loved it.
That being said, best song. I don't know any of the songs that actually played.
Whatever the song was.
You don't remember Riley and Mia singing the chandelier song?
Oh yeah, that I did like that. That was actually a good scene too. I enjoyed that because it confused me with their whole dynamic at first because I was thinking she was a stepsister until they explained, like, you know, the actual situation.
That's what I thought too.
Just because, you know, she was picking him up.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, whatever. I still feel like his mullet friend, dude, would have been hilarious to just get a couple more lines out of or something like that. Like, he seems like the skeezy little perv that I just would have totally been like, yes, that's my bro. All right. Favorite character?
I think I'm going to go with Riley's friend.
Yeah?
Mullet boy. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm going to go with, I do like Mia, but I'm going to go with the mom of Riley and Jade.
Solid. I do love when she's interrogating them on the party. Like that was
that was some straight detective shit right there. Yeah.
Right, dude. That's what. Yeah, dude. Like just pulling some fucking reverse shit there. Who? I mean, I like Joss because he just seemed like a fun, chill dude, and he seemed like he was a nice guy. But I think I'm gonna have to agree with Chad Daddy, man. I think I'm gonna have to go with the mullet kid just because, like,
mullet boy.
He just seemed so much more like up my. I just needed more of him for some reason.
We all had a friend like mullet boy when we were
fucking right, dude. I might have been mullet boy, bro. I don't know. Alrighty, so that leads us to, was it scary?
I'm saying yes because it just.
I'm not gonna say that, like. So when the first kid stabbed himself in the eye, and then like Riley's fucking desk beatdown scene, like they were very startling to me. For sure. Like I didn't expect them. It was. Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'll give it for those for sure. Like, dude, it definitely caught me off guard, and I definitely like gave a reaction to it. So I'm gonna have to go with actually.
There was a couple scenes that were unnerving, but I don't know about scary. So I'm gonna say not for me.
Soft yes, mild, or
I'll give it a soft yes.
Okay,
it's a flash.
You can go a soft no. That's fine too. It's like it's not fully a no. Alrighty, so that leads us to, does it hold up today? Well,
it's like a year old.
I certainly hope so.
I hope so. Acting, I personally feel was solid.
A+. Right. Everybody, I feel, played what they needed to. A+ for me.
That leads us to Cinematography. Now we've definitely mentioned some scenes before, with like the opening scene being one solid tracking shot. I like the dream. I feel, didn't we have another dream scene that she did like something like that too, or am I just misremembering that?
No,
Because I feel like we had two different kind of like scenes, almost something like that.
I think we did. They were just
I'm trying
very
to
far
think.
apart. I think.
But and you know what? We never even talked about the whole like when she's tripping out, thinking her dad's attacking her, and obviously like.
Yeah,
But then the whole time you see the dad downstairs, and the way that plays into itself, like that was fucking cool too.
that I love how that shot. Very
Twisted
deceptive.
take on the monkey's paw. Not, yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, 100%.
Uh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Brody says the Brody likes the shunting. It was it was gross. I mean, it was a cool scene that I also can say I did not expect in this movie.
No.
Was to see a gross orgy pit of flesh. That being said, did we like the premise?
Absolutely.
I did.
100%.
Possession gets you high, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. I know. Now we need the comedy version of this movie, dude. Where it's just like fucking A. They had to trim down. Wait, what? Did
They had to trim it down. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Brody, you should have included that.
I wonder
Right?
how long originally it was. Weird.
Well, there are some shots
See,
of
if
that
it's
old
even
man
longer,
at
that
the
makes
end.
me feel like that kid's soul really was in hell
I
for
think
that a little bit of
so.
time.
There is a shot of the old man holding Riley in hell, and we didn't see that in the movie, but you see him briefly. So that was probably all in there. There had to.
Is it the original old man that Mia first saw when she first touched the hand, or who? Like what?
No,
what old man?
it's
The
the
toe
one that
sucking
you
dude?
see. No, yeah, the one that you see on the hospital bed when Mia's talking to Riley, and it's
Brody says if you pause it in some scenes, you see mutilated penis and babies. All
Oh,
right.
So that was
Pause
definitely
it.
supposed to be a lot
Ugh.
more.
Gross.
Release a director's cut or something.
That's the one time you don't want to be doing shrooms and pause a movie. Jesus Christ. All right.
What was it you said? You guys did that.
Evil Dead 2, man. That shit is burned in my brain. Jesus Christ. That leads us to, was the climax satisfying? And for me, I'm going to say, yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, I
Chad,
love
you
that
didn't
one.
like it. Okay.
I did not like it.
Okay. That's fine. I like that she died. Good for her.
I feel it was the only way to really end it.
She put her 2 weeks in and just fucking
Said,
woo!
"Fuck this."
Like, how did she fall though? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, did she get pushed by the friend?
I think she
I think she jumped. I think she
I think
jumped.
she jumped.
Oh, okay. But like, she didn't push the wheelchair, so like,
She ran out in front, jumped.
All right, fair enough. So that takes us to recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. I'll rewind this, but
I'm gonna rewind it definitely.
I could take a little hiatus for a while before I watch it again.
I'll rewind it and return it to the video store. I'm not gonna watch
Chad's
it.
a one and done. That's fair.
One and done.
That's okay. It's very
I originally I said one and done, but like I said, I feel like this one, if I take like a year or two hiatus, I could probably watch again. Be like, cool, you know?
That might still be a little too soon.
Especially if a sequel comes out, because then I'd want to watch it in continuation like that. So
I'll probably watch it again this summer at some point.
all right, boys, let's rate this biatch. Brody started us off with a 5. Scuba gave us a 3.8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
All right, thank you for that. Scoob's is a 3.8. Bob, what you got, bud?
Well, I am actually right there with Brody. I am going in with a 5. I loved it.
Damn.
I absolutely loved it.
All right. Chad Daddy, be honest with yourself, homie, and don't feel bad.
Yes, be honest.
2.8.
2.8.
I did not particularly enjoy this movie. I was
Still
bored.
above half, dude. Still
Yeah,
above
you
half.
are above that.
It
So,
was,
hey,
like I said, it was a very meh movie. You know, didn't completely hate it, but I sure as shit did not love it.
Brody gave Ready or Not a 2,
That's-
bro. So
That's
you know what I
fair,
mean?
dude.
Like,
That's totally fair.
now for me, I like the party scene. I like that the whole like the vibe of the drug kind of shit. It was something different. Our main character was kind of a cunt, so I feel like it was good that she got hers. And not that there was a lot of brutal scenes, but the few brutal scenes that we had were pretty shocking nonetheless, man. I think I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna give it an even 4.
Okay.
All right, so that would lead us to 4.12. So 4.1
Nice.
for 2023's Talk to Me. Give me your hand. All right, Chad Daddy, what are we doing next week, brother?
Next week, we are dipping our toes into the Netflix pool with the Netflix original, a movie that we loved, at least I loved, and I know John loved, and I think we all liked it, is the 2022 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I believe we owe Mr. Scuba Steve for this bit, correct?
Yes, we do.
I believe we do.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yes, we do.
Awesome. Well, if I show up in cosplay next week, you can't blame me. So
I love that.
I do, man. I'm gonna be so fucking biased next week. I can't even like deny that because I'll eat like yes and no, because the dude straight up, we already know that there's some shit parts of that movie, and I will totally shit on those shit parts of that movie. But all in all, man, fuck yeah, dude. I'm so excited to watch it again, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just so happy. I'll be so happy to watch fucking Eyebrow get decapitated again. Eyebrow girl,
bro. See, and everybody missed. Like nobody ever talks about the scene of her getting literally shit on. Like that is fantastic, dude. And everybody was like, "Oh, this is a woke movie." I'm like, bro, they literally took the most woke character and dumped shit on her. What are you talking about? This is all discussion for next week.
Save it for next week. Save it for next week.
Fucking wait, dude.
Oh, fuck you, Brody.
Oh,
Ah,
God. Brody's actually got the physical.
Netflix needs to fucking get off their ass and release it.
Right, dude? They do everything else. They got Wednesday on physical. You got Stranger Things on physical. There's also...
Because they are cocksuckers.
I think they actually are bringing out One Piece on physical as well, the live action. I could be wrong.
Wow.
All right. So, nerd news, boys. Let's get nerdy. What you got, Bob?
I got a couple of good horror news. So, Robert Englund and John Carpenter are getting stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They
Nice.
are Hollywood Walk of Fame class of 2025. Robert Englund will be getting it. So will John Carpenter. Bill Duke, known from Predator and Commando, is also being honored with the Hollywood Walk of Fame this year.
No shit.
Yes, sir. So I love the fact that we're getting some big names horror-wise.
Crazy to me that Carpenter is taking this long, but at the same time, like, I don't know, man. He had so much success in the 80s and shit, dude. That's crazy.
It's
Fucking
also
A.
probably a matter of a popularity contest, and it's like he's a little more in public eye now. He's actually been doing like talk shows and shit. So,
bro, I cannot wait for his game to come out.
Dude, I'm so ready.
That's something that doesn't get talked about enough because it doesn't get fucking nothing is like out there yet. So I think it's him and his son doing it, isn't it? I think his son's doing the score for it and shit too.
Yeah, him and his son have been doing. Well, they've been doing scores. For, God only knows how long.
Hey guys,
yo,
and Mr. Brody Kane, what is the name of that movie you've been wanting to watch forever? Is it Scarecrows?
Yes.
No.
Is it out? Fuck off.
Scarecrows is available on Freevee, Prime Video, the Roku channel, and Tubi. There's an article. I was just
gotta do it.
Through. There's an article on Bloody Disgusting. 5 great 80s creature features to stream this week, and number 5 is Scarecrows. Never mind the bizarre premise in which a group of criminals hijack a plane and seek refuge on an abandoned
different movie. Different
one?
Scarecrow, 1995.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, I was gonna say. I know it's from the 90s.
Night of the
Scarecrow.
Night of the Scarecrow. Okay. It's still not out anywhere. Fuck.
We're never gonna review that because we're never gonna find it.
Bro, Severin or somebody's got to get on this shit, man. We need this crap, bro. 100%. Oh, you had me all excited, Chad Daddy.
I had myself excited. Well, damn it.
Shitty. What else you got, Bob? I thought you got anything else?
There was two. Why am I having a moment?
You're all good. If not, that's cool. I know the one little tidbit I was going to throw out there is I saw today Netflix. If anybody doesn't know, they've picked up WWE, so they'll be doing Raw now. And according to Triple H, they are dumping the PG era and they want to go back to some more
Attitude Era?
not specifically saying that, but they said they wanted to go with some more. It seemed like dirty stuff, but still like for the entire audience. So essentially, yes, Attitude Era.
I mean, they did
But you
say
know what?
uncensored, but I don't think it's gonna be. You're not gonna see.
Yes, they said uncensored, but I'm like, so what? Are we gonna see titties? Like, what are we
that.
talking?
I can't see them doing that.
No, I don't know.
At best, I see like swearing. You'll see some language change, maybe. But yeah, I don't know what the other uncensored part would be. I don't know. But hey, you know what, man? Kudos to them. If they're trying to go back, let's bring back the Ho train and we'll get fucking the.
There you go. So
What the hell is his name?
The Godfather.
Godfather. Fuck yeah, dude. That was a time.
so I got
Anything else, nerdy boys?
yeah, two more things. So NECA just not even just released. They re-released Hannibal Lecter as an Ultimate figure, but it's based on a sculpt they did now about 15 years ago. So it's nothing really new, just different box art. They changed the sculpt. But if you want to pick it up, it will be at your local Walmarts now. And the Nosferatu trailer dropped today. And I loved what I saw. I don't know if you guys saw it. I thought it looked great. Willem Dafoe is in it. I'm so looking forward to this movie. 100%.
Is it in black and white?
Color, but it's very faint, it looks like.
Interesting. I was wondering if they would just release it in black and white, or if they do like the Godzilla treatment, where they're like, we're releasing in color and then in black.
I'm willing to bet they'll do
Nosferatu minus color.
Fucking right, dude.
which would be cool. But that's all I have, boys.
Chad Daddy, anything else?
Last week the trailer for Smile 2 dropped.
Oh yes.
That is one I have still yet to see.
I really enjoyed Smile.
I did
And I'm
too.
really
So
looking forward to this.
the trailer looked good. I hope it didn't reveal too much, though. I'm not watching anymore if they release.
Yeah. It's just enough of a teaser that it sets you up. I like that they're kind of going after like somebody, at least in their world, that's famous, which I think is a great twist.
I love the first one, so I hope the second one's just as good. I hope so.
Bob, did we talk about the Nintendo Direct last week at all?
We did not.
So, all right, I got to mention that because that was my big fucking like nerd thing over the last week or whatever the fuck. Nintendo Direct happened. We finally get the announcement of we finally got fucking actual like visual confirmation that Metroid Prime 4 is happening, which that is a huge one for me because I love the Metroid Prime series. And 4 was announced all the way back when Switch first dropped in 2017. So the fact that we're finally fucking seeing something, and I'm gonna bet money that bitch, it might put it on the Switch, but I'm thinking we were seeing shit from the Switch too. It was from like in-game footage because that shit looks smooth and clean. So we'll see. But we also, which even more excitingly I'm happy for, is we are getting the Marvel vs. Capcom full-on fucking collection.
That got me hard.
And that is coming out for Switch, PlayStation 5, and PC. I'll be getting that on the
4 and PC.
Not on 5, huh?
Not on 5, but 5 plays 4.
Fair.
I was gonna say,
I'm still getting it on the Switch for portability reasons.
Same. I'm getting it on the Switch so like me and the kids can play together.
100%.
I'm gonna get Switch 100%.
And I love all those games, dude.
Same.
And I've never fully. The only one I haven't actually played was the first X-Men, Children of the Atom.
I played that.
I have still actually X-Men versus Street Fighter, but And of course, I used to play the shit out of Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighters and everything like that. But the fact that we're getting all these on there, plus the Punisher, dude, it'll probably be like $40 price point. Totally fucking.
Dude, I would have bought it if it was just Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Honestly,
just that game.
I like the first one better than the second one.
I liked the second one better because it had a bigger roster.
It did have a bigger roster, but that's when I felt like the roster was starting to get a little bit weirder for my personal taste, or I was like, what the fuck? But
It's been so long, dude.
see, like me, dude, I'm the Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter. Like that's give me that one, dude.
That was a good one. That was a good
Fucking
one.
dude.
I'm so excited for that.
Oh, absolutely, man, 100%. So that's a solid must. And then there's also like another Mario and Luigi game coming out and a new Mario Party game coming out. So and the Mario Party game is going to be online, and you could play up to 20 people at a time.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's gonna make a really long game,
dude. That's what I'm saying. The turn ratio, unless they're like changing the gameplay to where people can go like somehow at the same time or something. But like, holy shit, dude!
4 of us playing together takes over an hour.
Yeah.
You imagine 20?
God,
who thought 20 people was going to be a good thing?
Hey man, you know what, dude? I'm sure they got it figured out for whatever fucking reason. So
maybe.
With that being said,
find out.
We got a lot of solid games coming out, man. For a lot of every system, honestly, man. So it's a good year. That's a good time to be a gamer right now.
Absolutely.
Other than that, I think that's about it, man. I'm ready.
That's all I got.
I'm good.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. So once again, next week we are jumping to the Netflix and chill to watch a little TCM 2022. So if you can, go watch it and join us next week as we discuss. Love to hear what your thoughts are.
Yes.
That being said, Bob.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moan, saying we will see you next week for some head cheese in 2022. We'll see you then.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, saying, join us next week. We're going back to Texas, y'all.
Hell yeah. And I'm your not so mean fluff mess stream, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. And last but not least, stay fresh, cheese bags.